Hello and welcome. My name is Aaron, and thanks for swinging by the Auto Trading channel. Our main focus here at Auto Trading is to dive deep into the code of automated trading strategies. And today I'll be showing you how to create the Option Alpha Genesis 2.0 bot. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Alright guys and gals, as I mentioned, the summer was a little bit too strong and I didn't quite have enough in the tank to get videos out, but summer's over. We are back together diving into the abyss of the automated trading world. But with that said, there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Option Alpha, as y'all probably know, appears to have come to our rescue with no code automated trading, and that's exactly what we're diving into. I'm changing course a little bit from the first video at the starting of the summer. I was just describing the bots to you, but I realized that it's much better for me to go through and step-by-step show you how to build them. And so there's a lot of pre-built templates, which save us a ton of time, but if you don't know how they're built, then it's kind of a headache. It's kind of one of those things. I'm doing this so you don't have to kind of thing. Again, the credit definitely goes out to Kirk and the Option Alpha team, because I'm going through their videos and their templates and I'm trying to break it down into step-by-step how-to videos. So for Option Alpha automated trading, let's dive into it. Alright y'all, so please don't pay attention to any of the red on the screen, but we're just going to dive into Genesis 2.0. I'm going to show you guys how to get to it and how you'd go about creating it. So you open up your bots, come over here to templates on this left hand side, and they will have these sample bots for you. You can click on here to get a description of what's the how and why is the who, and then just click on clone. Right here we have all the setup for this bot, and this is already filled in for us. Many times from what I've seen, we give just a little bit stronger of an allocation, helps more things trade, just bumping it up to the 2000. This right here on these position limits, this is pretty self-explanatory, but how many daily positions will this bot create, and then how many total positions can it have at one time? And so we are going to be wanting to open up trades with 3 different symbols on this one, and so we'll just leave it at the 3 and the 3, and we'll click on clone, and then let's click on view bot. Now what we want to do is we want to come over to automations and we want to see how this bot is put together. You can see that we have 1 scanner and we have 1 monitor. So let's click in on this scanner and see they have this as a title, and then this automation we have it loop through SPY, TLT, and GLD. And it just loops through all 3 of those symbols every time this runs, and it checks all 3 of those individually. Is there 0 positions with the symbol? And if there's already a position open, then it would say no, and it would just end. But if there's not a position opened, it would then come down through this yes chain, and then it asks another question. Bot is not currently opening a position with a symbol. So this one's good because you can be trading in your account while your bot is working in your account as well. And so this will prevent, if you're trying to open up a position, it won't open up a second position. And so as long as that's not happening, because if it is, it'll just cancel, stop, we go to the next question, which is symbol price. Is it above the 200-day simple moving average? If no, then we just get a notification and that gets sent to us. But if it's yes, Then we have, is this put spread liquid in a high probability trade? So this is where we start to see a little bit more sophistication in the bot that we'll dive into in just a little bit. And if it's not, then once again, we don't want to be in the trade. It says no. But if yes, then we have our order. Open the short put spread on symbol. And what that means is whether it was looping through SPY, TLD, or GLD, whichever one it was on, it will open it in that specific one. And so this scanner loops us through these three symbols every 15 minutes. It'll check if there's a position open, and if not, it'll make sure that you or the bot isn't currently trying to open one. It'll make sure that the price is above the 200-day simple moving average. It'll make sure that the put spread is liquid and highly probable of making a profit. And if all that is true, then it'll open a short put spread. So that is the scanner portion of Genesis 2.0, but how would you go about creating that? So if you're doing it by scratch, instead of going through templates, you would come up to New Bot, and you would give it a name. Let's say Genesis 2.0. We'll give it a green unicorn. We're going to put this at the 2000 daily positions. We want it to open up 3 a day and max out at 3 a day. Let's click create. Let's click on view bot. All right, let's go to automations and now click on scanners. Up here, select automation. And down here, as your library grows of things that you've created and saved, because you'll spend hours on one of these scanners or one of these monitors, and you can just save it and then plug it into any future bot that you have. But we're starting from scratch, so let's click on new automation. All right, so for Genesis 2.0, we're going to add a symbol loop because we want this to look through a handful of symbols. In the example, we have SPY, we have TLT, and if it's not listed here, but we could just type in the ticker symbol. We have GLD. Let's click done and click save. So this is going to loop through those 3 symbols through this whole process. All right, so now we're going to add a decision, and the decision was that we don't have any open positions already. And so we're going to come down here, and as you can see, we started with stocks as an option for us, indicators, positions, and bot. I'll just keep scrolling. We're going to come back up to bot. You have opportunities, and you have general kind of functions. Okay, I'm going to scroll up to bot because we want to find the one that is talking about positions. Bot has exactly 1 position. Okay, let's click on this recipe, and we want this to show us if we have exactly 0 positions with the symbol. Well, which symbol? You can come in here and we could, click in and do one at a time, or we could click right here, and we already have our symbols locked in that first recipe. Let's click on symbol, and bot has exactly 0 positions with symbol. That's right. Click save. Now, if that is no, then we just want this loop to stop and for not to do anything. But if that is a yes, then the next step is that we want to make sure that the bot, we want it to make a decision of if it's currently opening a position with that symbol. Let's go to decision. Let's click on add. Let's go back down to bot. Let's see, bot is currently opening a position with symbol. There we go. We want bot isn't currently opening a position with symbol. Save and save. Now I'm going to click on yes, and the next one is a further decision that the symbol price is above the 200-day simple moving average. Decision. Let's add. Let's do symbol price is above 200-day. Symbol price is above 30-day. We'll click on this one. We want it to be all of our symbols. Symbol price is above the 200-day simple moving average. Click save and save. All right, on this next one, we are going to create a notification just to show you guys how. So right here, click on this no decision, and we're going to come over and click on notification. And the irony of this sample notification is what they called it. Notice that at any point you can leave the yes or no path empty. In fact, go ahead and delete this notification right now. And so, but they showed us something that we can do right here. As you notice, as we go down the path, as we add our decisions and our loops, it auto generates our text. But what we can do is we can change that. And so let me copy what they have. So on ours, if we click on this settings cog and then go down to edit caption, we can replace this with whatever we want. You can hold down shift while clicking. Shift click to get here quicker. And if we want to go back to what originally was there, we can just delete it. Now, you can easily come here and delete this notification. Now, in all seriousness, we are going to continue down the yes path, and this time everything starts to get a little bit more serious. This is where we will start looking at opportunities, and that is where we kind of hone in on, we want this bot to actually look into specific short put spread. And we're going to let it have our symbols. We're going to choose the expiration. We're going to choose the delta. We're going to choose where the bid-ask spread is going to be, where our open interest is going to be, and we're also looking at chance of profit. And that's all going to go into this one. So let's right here click on the plus, and we are going to give ourselves another decision, and we're going to scroll down past positions and bots to opportunities. This first one, we're going to find an opportunity with the bid-ask spread as an option that we can change. Bid-ask spread. Okay, so let's click in on this one. For our opportunity, we're going to do a short put spread, but you can see you have all the long and all the short options right here. Short put spread. We are going to set our symbol to be whichever symbol that it's currently looping through. Our expiration default to 10 days in Genesis 2.0. They have this set at 10. Here we're going to click 10. click next. Oh, on series, any series, or if you only want to do monthlies, I guess instead of the weeklies or the yearlies, that's what that's for. And then on the long put leg, we have it set as the $1 below the short put leg. So let's find $1 below, $1 above long call leg. So we're going to change that. We're going to do $1 below the short put leg, or the closest to the $1. All that looks good. Let's click save. And now we need to adjust. Let's see, bid-ask spread is less than, and they have it at 10 cents. Save. Now, that was a lot of work, so I'm just going to click save real quick because I accidentally click on this X all the time. I'm just going to save that real quick. It brought it right here. I'm going to click on it again. And now let's click on the plus because we're going to add our open interest filter and then our chance for profit filter. So we're going to click here. This one again, we're going to scroll all the way down to our opportunities. And this one we're looking for open interest. Let's see, this one calls out open interest. So let's click on that. Let's click select. And as you can see, we have a recently used, what would that be? Not just our, I guess that would be the position that we just filled in on the last one. So we don't have to go through most of what we just did. We're going to click on this again. And it fills in all that first part of that information for us. Now all we have to do is come in here and adjust the open interest side of it. And for Genesis 2.0, we're showing the short put leg open interest is greater than 100. So we have the short put leg open interest is greater than 100 contracts. All right, we're going to do one more. We want to add our chance of profit. We're going to add this opportunity, scroll all the way down, chance of profit right here. And we have, let's do right here the same recent one that we set up. Click save. Chance of profit is more than 75%. Now we click save and click save. And as you can see, the description that it has, the caption that it's showing us is it's kind of hard to read. And so what Option Alpha said was that this put spread is liquid and it's a high probability trade. So I'm just going to copy what they had. You can name this whatever you want. Edit caption, copy in there and paste. So now as we're going through, you can see yes, yes, yes. Okay, liquid, high probability, yes. And so you click to see how I'm using a group of multiple decisions together in one action block as a filter for trading. That is so cool. And now at this point, Option Alpha wants us to open up a short put spread. And so we're going to follow the yes path and we are going to open position. And we're just going to copy this. I realize that we should have been at a 15 delta, and I don't know where along the way I messed that up. But I will go ahead and we'll leave it at the 30 just because I believe everything else is. Right here they have the long put actually at $2 below the short put leg. And we have one contract, 100% of the bid-ask spread. Smart pricing is really cool because it sequentially goes between the bid and ask spread to try to get you a better price, so you have the least amount of slippage as possible. And so you can set it to be quick or patient, and then you can adjust either the price or the bid-ask spread if you don't want it to be the full spread or not. It's really cool. And so click save, and that is the last path in our scanner. We are looping through these 3 symbols. We're confirming that we don't already have a position. We are confirming that we're not already opening a position. We want to confirm that the simple moving average for that symbol is above 200. And then additionally, we want for this short put spread that the spread is less than 10 cents, that our open interest is greater than 100 contracts, and our chance for profit is more than 75%. And if all that is true, then we open the short put spread. All right, y'all, make sure that you click save and save. I missed one of them and didn't save that scanner we just made, but that's all right. We're going to move to the monitor now. So let's click on My Bots. Let's go to this Genesis 2.0 again, and let's look at how this is set up. As you can see, this time we have some inputs that we'll create, but this is a little bit more lengthy, kind of looks a little bit more in-depth monitor than that previous scanner was. And so this is going to monitor any positions that our scanner opened, right? And so the start of this automation, it repeats for every short put position that's open, and so that's up to 3. And we come down and did the position reach my absolute profit target? Well, let's click on that real quick. I want to show you guys right here. Absolute profit target is one of these inputs. These inputs, you can see over here, absolute profit target. It's something that we can change without having to go into the code. And so this monitor says, well, did it hit that? If yes, then close my position. If not, then we ask the question, was the smart stop triggered? And this is where our other 2 inputs come into play. Was a smart stop triggered? Smart stops is proprietary to Option Alpha and uses a profit target percentage and trail percentage to intelligently monitor your position. So what does that look like? We come in here and we see this was a decision, position decision trails a smart stop threshold and a smart stop trailing stop. These are our other 2, and those are found here: profit threshold and trailing percentage. I know I'm bouncing around a little bit, but just want to show you guys where everything kind of ends up. Well, if it triggered those things, so not quite our absolute profit target, but if it's a yes and we close again, if no, well, does a position expire in less than a day, 1 market day? If not, then don't worry, it just waits, it checks every 15 minutes for you. And then if yes, it expires, tomorrow kind of thing. Well, for our position, the underlying price is below the short put strike. And if that is the case, then it goes ahead and closes us out ASAP. So let me show you how to build all this out. I'm going to come over to My Bots. This is the Genesis 2.0 that we are working on that I forgot to save in my scanner. And here is monitors. So we are going to click on the plus sign. We're going to create our first monitor, new automation. This is going to be a loop, a position loop, because our not our monitor, our scanner can create up to 3 positions, and so we want this to monitor all three positions. We could separate these if we have different criteria for each individual ticker, but we're just going to do the same thing for every single short put spread position we open. Click on positions, position type any. Technically we could do any because on our scanner we're only opening short put spread, so this can be any. Just to customize it a little bit, I'm just going to follow the Genesis 2.0 example, and we are going to do short put spread. So now the next thing in line is we are going to add a decision. So let's click on decision. This one, let's see, position premium decreased. So we're going to go look for our position category. Okay, position premium increased. Okay, so that looks like about the text that we want. Position premium, let's do position premium decreased by, right here we are going to add our first input. Okay, this one is absolute profit target. And the default number I just checked is 75. Let us save that since it was opened. Yep, save and save. Now let's see. Okay, our input showed up here. Let's go and save this and see. Yep, there you go. Now it's showing us one of our inputs right here where we can change. So that's exactly where we want it to be. The next one, get over here, is let's follow the yes trail. Actually, I'm going to copy the caption that they have in theirs, just so that, I apologize, you kind of read along and it looks a little bit more similar if you're following online. So if we follow the yes path, we just yes path, then we just close this position. So yes, let's close position. That is totally fine. Position done. And again, they have a little caption that I am going to place right there. All right, if no, we want to identify if the smart stop was triggered. And so that is going to be two new inputs that we put into here. And so let's click on the no path, and this one will be another decision. We're going to add it. And this one is position, so stocks, indicators, positions. Let's read it. Position trails at that threshold target by that percentage. Okay, so position trails right here at by that. Okay, that looks like the verbiage that I want. Let's come in here, position, let's make it any position, trails, and this is where we're setting our threshold and our percentage. This label we're going to call our smart stop profit threshold. This default number, I believe, was 50. I think it's 75, 50, and 10. And so we'll put that there for now. We'll go double check. And then instead of 15%, we're going to add our third and final input, smart stop trailing percentage. Oh, not trailing. Smart stop trailing percentage. This was at 10. Goodness gracious. There we go. 10%. Save. Save. And save. There we go. So we're showing all three inputs. And let's see. They do have a caption. And so I'm just going to copy the caption that they have. We're going to replace ours. says Smart Stops is proprietary. Yep. Smart Stops is really cool. Now, if that is the case, then again on this yes, we want to close our position. Select position, yes. Repeat for each spread that's open. Let's see, this one reads patient. So this one is normal smart pricing. So I need to switch that other one to patient. Okay, so that one's set to normal. This closed position is set to normal. This one, I didn't read it, said patient. So let's click on here. Let's click here instead of normal. Let's do patient and save. And then they do have that caption. So I'm going to copy their caption and replace mine with it. There we go. All right. So what if that is a no? The next one in line is the decision of the position expires in less than 1 market day. That one is pretty simple. So we're going to plus decision, add a decision. Position expires in less. So position expires in less than 1 market day. Save and save. See, they don't have any caption on there. Okay, the next one is the position underlying price is below the short put strike. Okay, so down this yes path, we need to make another decision, and it's going to be another positional decision. Let's see, underlying price is below strike. So position underlying price is below strike. Here we go. I almost clicked on this one, but we're looking for underlying price and then strike at the end. Let's click there. Yep, position. The underlying price is below the short put strike. Perfect. And then lastly, if that is the case, then we will close out the position. And this one says to do speedy. Let's come here, let's change that to speedy. Let's save and save. And again, they have a caption that I'm going to copy, edit caption, copy. I'm going to come over to ours, edit caption, I'm going to paste. And there you go. So let's click save. Make sure I don't lose this monitor like I lost the scanner. And let's come back to it. So just from the top, what this is showing us is the scanner got us into a trade, and now the monitor is monitoring this trade. And so for each short put position, did that position reach the absolute profit target? And if it did, then close it. If no, was our smart stop triggered? You know, we have the threshold and the target and the trailing percentage. Was that triggered? If so, then close the position. But if not, we might not want this position to expire. And so we can look, position expires in less than 1 market day. If no, then nothing happens and it still waits for one of these to trigger, right? But if it's a yes, and the underlying price is below our short put strike, then close. All right, and so that, click save, is the monitor for Genesis 2.0 and how to make it. So there you have it, my fellow Automates. That is walking through step by step on how to create the Genesis 2.0 bot. And in just a few days, we'll dive into Genesis 3.0 and we'll do the exact same thing. We'll show you every single step and all the ins and the outs and how to create it and why you go where you go to get what you want for that specific bot. To whomever, whenever, and however this finds you, I hope that it finds you well, and I hope to see you again soon.